The movie begins with Bambi, a young roe deer fawn, born in a hidden thicket to his gentle mother in late spring. As he grows through the summer, she teaches him about the forest, its animals, and the ways of deer. She shows him how to find food, recognize danger, and stay safe. Bambi listens carefully, eager to learn. One day, his mother decides he is ready to visit the meadow. She explains that while it is a wonderful place to run and play, it is also dangerous because deer are exposed with no trees to hide behind. At first, Bambi is nervous, staying close to his mother as he cautiously steps onto the grass. However, as he watches other animals enjoying themselves, he begins to relax. Soon, he is excited, hopping through the field and playing freely. On another trip to the meadow, Bambi meets his Aunt Ina and her twin fawns, Feline and Gobo. The three fawns quickly become friends. Feline is playful and energetic, while Gobo is a bit timid. Together, they explore, chase each other, and share what they have learned about the forest. They ask questions, eager to understand more about the world around them. While playing, the fawns suddenly stop when they see a group of large, strong male deer. These majestic stags stand tall and proud, their antlers stretching toward the sky. Bambi and his friends stare in awe, feeling small in comparison. The presence of the stags fills the meadow with a sense of power and mystery. After the stags leave, the fawns ask their mothers about them. To their surprise, they learn that these males are their fathers. However, unlike their mothers, the fathers do not stay with their families. Instead, they live separately, appearing only briefly before disappearing into the forest again. This idea is strange to Bambi, who has always been close to his mother. As time passes, Bambi continues to learn and grow, meeting more animals and experiencing the joys and dangers of the wild. The lessons he learns in these early days will shape his journey ahead. Though young and innocent, he is beginning to understand that the forest is both beautiful and unpredictable, filled with wonder and challenges that he will one day have to face on his own. As Bambi grows older, his mother begins leaving him alone more often, encouraging him to explore and become independent. One day, while searching for her, the young fawn has his first terrifying encounter with He, the name animals use for humans. A man appears in the forest, raising a firearm and aiming directly at him. Fear grips Bambi and he runs as fast as he can, his heart pounding. His mother joins him and together they flee to safety. Shaken by the experience, Bambi later calls out for his mother, only to be scolded by a large stag. The stag tells him that he must learn to stand on his own. Though the words are harsh, Bambi realizes he must grow stronger. Over time, he gets used to spending time alone, though he still longs for his mother's presence. Eventually, he learns that the stag who scolded him is the Old Prince, the largest and wisest stag in the forest. Known for his intelligence and mysterious nature, the old prince keeps his distance from others, but watches over the forest carefully. As the seasons change, winter arrives, covering the land in snow. Food becomes scarce, and the animals struggle to find enough to eat. During this time, Bambi meets Morena, a gentle young doe, and Netla, an older doe who no longer has fawns. He also encounters two young male deer, Rano and Carus, both of whom are strong and competitive. Bambi begins to understand the complex relationships between the deer in the forest. Midway through winter, danger strikes again. Hunters enter the forest, bringing fear and chaos. Gunshots echo through the trees as animals flee in every direction. Many do not survive, including Bambi's mother. The loss is devastating, leaving him heartbroken and alone. His childhood friend Gobo also disappears, and the animals assume he has been killed. Now, without his mother's guidance, Bambi is forced to face the harsh realities of the wild. The carefree days of his youth are over, replaced by the struggle to survive in a world filled with both beauty and danger. Though the loss weighs heavily on him, Bambi begins to realize that he must rely on himself more than ever before. Under the silent watch of the old prince, he takes his first steps toward adulthood, carrying the lessons of his mother with him. A year passes, and Bambi has grown into a young adult. During this time, he was cared for by Netla, who offered him guidance and wisdom. When he got his first set of antlers, the other males in the forest bullied and harassed him, seeing him as weak. However, as time goes on, Bambi becomes stronger. Now it is summer, and he has grown his second set of antlers, a sign that he is maturing. One day, Bambi is reunited with his cousin Feline. They are happy to see each other, but trouble soon follows. Carus and Rano, two strong stags, also want Feline's attention. To win her, Bambi must fight them. First, he battles Carus, defeating him. Then, he takes on Rano, who is even more aggressive. After a fierce struggle, Bambi wins. Victorious, he and Feline grow closer and soon fall in love. They spend the summer together, enjoying each other's company. During this time, danger nearly cost Bambi his life. One day, he hears what sounds like a doe calling to him. Without thinking, he rushes toward the sound, only to be stopped just in time by the old prince. The wise stag reveals that the call was a hunter imitating a deer's voice, meant to lure him into the open. This moment teaches Bambi a valuable lesson, never to trust a sound blindly and always to be cautious. Later in the summer, something unexpected happens. Gobo, Bambi's childhood friend who was thought to be dead, returns to the forest. The others are shocked to see him alive. He explains that a man found him collapsed in the snow during the hunt when Bambi's mother was killed. Instead of shooting him, the man took him in and raised him. Now, Gobo wears a halter, a sign that he was once in human care. Gobo's mother and Morena welcome him back with joy, believing he is now a friend of man. However, Bambi and the old prince do not share their excitement. They pity Gobo, sensing he does not understand the true nature of humans. Sadly, their fears prove correct. Believing he is safe, Gobo approaches a hunter in the meadow, expecting kindness. Instead, he is shot and killed, proving that no deer is ever truly safe from humans, no matter how familiar they seem. As Bambi grows older, he begins spending most of his time alone. He no longer seeks out company, even avoiding Feline, though he still loves her in a quiet, distant way. He prefers solitude, wandering the forest and learning its secrets. During this time, he often meets with the old prince, who continues to teach him valuable lessons about survival. One of the most important lessons is about snares, hidden traps set by men to catch animals. The old prince shows Bambi how to recognize them and even how to free another animal that gets caught. He also warns Bambi never to walk on trails, as they are the easiest places for hunters to set traps. One day, despite all his caution, Bambi is shot by a hunter. The pain is intense and he struggles to move. But before the hunter and his dogs can track him down, the old prince appears. He tells Bambi to walk in circles, making his trail confusing. Bambi does as he is told, even though his wound makes it difficult. Eventually, the bleeding slows and the scent fades. The old prince then leads him to a safe, hidden place where he can rest and heal. They stay together until Bambi is strong enough to walk again. Once recovered, Bambi leaves, continuing his life of solitude, though he knows the old prince is always watching. As time passes, Bambi grows old. His once sleek coat turns gray, and he moves more slowly than before. One day, the old prince takes him to see something important. In a clearing, they find the lifeless body of a man. Bambi is shocked. He had always believed that men were all powerful, that nothing could harm them. But now, he sees the truth. Men can be killed just as easily as animals. The old prince looks at Bambi and waits. Slowly, Bambi understands. Humans are not invincible. There is something greater than them, something that rules over all living things. When Bambi finally says that he understands, the old prince smiles. He tells Bambi that he has always loved him and, for the first time, calls him my son. Then, without another word, he walks away, disappearing into the forest to die alone. In the final moments of the story, Bambi comes across two young twin fawns calling for their mother. He scolds them, telling them they must learn to stand on their own. But as he walks away, he thinks about them. The young girl fawn reminds him of Feline, and the young male seems strong and full of promise. Bambi silently hopes that one day, when the boy has grown, their paths will cross again.